telling you, we aren't very different. Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, we are all the same. अभी बाहर मुझे एक बंदा मिला है, मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा क्योंकि मुझे पता भी नहीं है. मुझे मिला बाहर अभी, कहता है सर आप अभी परफॉर्म करोगे? मैं कहा हाँ. कहता तो ढोल तो लाए नहीं आप अपना. क्यों? सब्जी लेने गया हूं मैं एक बार, मैंने कहा भैया 1 पाव नींबू 1 पाव मिर्ची होता है. क्यों पाजी ट्रक पे पीछे लानी है? I'm going to do these jokes on myself क्योंकि मैं खुद तो अपने आप पे FIR नहीं करने वाला ना. Not gonna do that. But sometimes, you know, sometimes Sardars come to the show and I'm very scared. Because I'm glad there are not many right now because they hear me talk in English and they're like, "Oy, फुद्दू बंदा पैंचोद, भाई गद्दार आदमी आए ओए." Show के बीच में there's this uncle who stood up. He's like, "ओए तेनू पंजाबी नहीं आंदी?" मैं कहा अंकल आती है. तो बोल क्यों नहीं रहा? मैं कहा इन सबको नहीं आती ना. मैं थोड़ा तो लोग, शहर, माहौल, सिचुएशन देख के बात करूंगा. आई कांट बी इन बैंगलोर एंड बी लाइक भाजी इंदिरा नगर केड़े पास पे पहुआ है जी. सब मिल के मारेंगे मेरे को. एक अन्ना दिस दिलजीत फेलो. He's telling nonsense. Confusing, बेवरसीवर. Obviously, I'll look at where I am. मेरे hate comments है online. साड़िया तेनू पंजाबी बोल दिया, शर्म आंदी है. नीचे लिखा है hate from Brampton, Canada. अबे तू तो है भी नहीं यहाँ पे. आधे पंजाबी एक्सेंट आधे कैनेडियन एक्सेंट में गाली दे रहे मेरे को. ले ब्रो तेरी पुंडिच फुवारा पा देगा ब्रो. लिखते हिम्मत है तो वैंकूवर आके दिखा. बुला ले, मेरे पास हिम्मत बहुत है, वीजा नहीं है. And here's the thing, see, I'll tell you honestly, I know Punjabi really well. What I don't have is the Punjabi accent because I've never lived in Punjab. I've grown up in Jaipur, which has its own set of stereotypes. So like, वो तू स्कूल कैमल पे जाता था. So now whenever I go to Punjab, I like talking to my cousins and everyone in Punjabi, but they don't want to talk to me in Punjabi. Because for them, I am that Bangalore guy. It leads to a very weird situation where I am talking to them in Punjabi with a Hindi accent. They are talking to me in Hindi with a Punjabi accent. घंटा दोनों को कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. मैं कहा यार भूख लगी है रोटी खाइए. आप बिहारी हो? That is the spectrum. Punjabi, Bihari. If you're not Punjabi, of course you're Bihari. फिर मानते नहीं है, कहते पाजी हम हिंदी बोल लेते हैं. लग तो नहीं रहा. हमारी भी मातृभाषा है. मैं कहा यार I landed in Chandigarh. My cousin was supposed to pick me up. मैं निकला बाहर ऐसे तो मैं आ गया गेट 1 तो बाहर. तू किथे है? कहता है आप उधर ही खड़ जाओ. मैं माड़ा जा आगे आ गया हूँ. कड़ी मोड़ के ले आ रहा हूँ. ठंड बहुत है, गरम बनैन पालो. बनैन? हमारे घर में अगर बनियान बोल दिया किसी ने फाड़ देते हैं वहीं पे. रॉन्ग. मैं 11th में था जब पता चला था अच्छा बनियान होता है. I had learned trigonometry before I learned how to say बनियान correctly. And what is this faith on garam banan? It's like I feel like sometime I'll be in Antarctica, there'll be an Eskimo wearing sheepskin. मैं t-shirt में खड़ा हूँगा. You'll be like, how are you surviving? I'm like garam banan. And it's if I'm being totally honest, it's also affected my love life a little bit, you know. I was out having dinner with this girl and खाते खाते she's like, you know, I just realized it's. मैं कहा खा लेना पहले. You know, I just realized you don't look like how you sound. मतलब? She's like, नहीं, अगर मैं आंखें बंद करके तुम्हारी बात सुनूंगी ना, मुझे पता ही नहीं चलेगा मैं किसी सरदार से बात कर रही हूँ. I said, oh, I'm sorry, मैंने तुनक तुनक तुन नहीं गाया. I didn't know that was the expectation here. Then she tells me, we start talking deeper, and she's like, you know, when I was a teenager, I wasn't conventionally pretty like the other girls. So I was really bullied because when I was 15, I got some hair on my face. I said, same. I didn't think this is where we would be bonding. Sometimes people have traumas that make them relate. You don't have to judge. You're like, इतना तो funny नहीं था, हाँ पर उसकी जिंदगी झंड है. So I take that opportunity, you know, talk more. I said, you know, so tell me something. Have you ever dated a Sardar guy before? She's like, not really. Why do you ask? I'll tell you why I ask. Because every time I've been with a girl, her girlfriends have asked her, oh, you're dating a Sardar? Like proper. Like with everything. How is it? I'm just curious, like, baal muh mein. I'm just saying. I had my friend ask me one day. He's like, भाई कहना नहीं चाहिए. और जब भी कोई कहता है ना कहना नहीं चाहिए, वाकई नहीं कहना चाहिए. He's like, भाई कहना नहीं चाहिए, but how has your Sardar face affected your love life? Because see, I know what you're saying, and by now I know. I've lived long enough to know there are all kinds of people in this world. You know, I know girls who are like, no, Sardars are not my type. I don't really like them. And there are girls who are like, oh my God, I love Sardars. Look at that personality. Turbans are hot. They are royal. But these two are minorities. Just like us. There's a huge majority right in the middle. Well, like, मैं ना कोई इतनी shallow नहीं हूँ कि looks के basis पे decide करूँ. Because at the end of the day, सिर्फ पैसा important होता है. But I feel bad for some of you good-looking people. I don't envy you because तुम्हारी promotion होगी, ऑफिस में सारे लोग कहेंगे इसने बॉस के साथ सेक्स किया है. दिमाग थोड़ी है इसमें. I used to see, since we are being this honest, I should just go all the way, right? Like, other people's trauma also will come into this show. Like, when I was in college, I used to look like I do now. It's not a compliment. I'm not saying I haven't aged a day since college. I'm saying all my aging happened before college. And where I come from, looks are important, man. Delhi, North India, you know, we are very obsessed with looks. Like you guys are obsessed with education. I don't know why, but we are. And in that beauty-obsessed, fair skin is equal to beauty-obsessed Delhi. One of my best friends is a Tamilian who grew up in Delhi. Born and brought up in Delhi, South Indian tam bram guy. He's had a horrible childhood in Delhi, as you can imagine. क्योंकि ये गोरा निकल गया. Because all his life, everyone in Delhi has met him like, oh, you don't look South Indian. And he's like, why are they saying it like it's a compliment? And now he's in his 30s. He's also very well prepared and he's become a little Delhi now. So he carries vibhuti in his pocket. अब जब भी उसको दिल्ली में कोई कहता है ना, you don't look South Indian, he's like, आई अब हम लगता जे तारक मेहता जैसा साउथ इंडियन लगता जे तो it makes you angry, man. His grandfather came from Chennai in the 50s to Delhi and he didn't even know Hindi. He came in the 50s and he's like, Hindi thoda malum. His grandson calls me, he's like, भाई Saturday को chicken फाड़ने चलेगा हमने. What happened to your Tam roots? इस बेचारे ने 8 साल की उम्र से साउथ इंडियन खाना नहीं खाया है क्योंकि स्कूल में निकनेम रसम पड़ा हुआ है. But it's not just his grandfather who traveled. मेरे दादाजी भी आए थे रावलपिंडी से. Yeah, my grandfather came from Rawalpindi, which is today Pakistan, and that awkward laugh at the thought of Pakistan is exactly why I'm telling you this story. Because it wasn't always Pakistan and it was home for them. So all my bedtime stories were always like, यार क्या जगह थी, क्या माहौल था, खेत होते थे, नदियाँ होती थी, it used to be beautiful. फिर वो हमको मारने लग गए और हम इधर आ गए. So I've always had this little bit of fascination for the Pakistani side of Punjab, right? And I've always been like, if I ever find a Pakistani guy, I'm going to talk to him in Punjabi. Those are my life goals. We all choose our goals. This is mine. और obviously India में तो पूरा नहीं होगा. So I lucked out when I was in Dubai. I found this cab driver. And I looked at my Uber. His name is Mohammed Noor. I thought, okay, that's a possibility. So I asked him, I said, भैया आप कहाँ से हो? He's like, Lahore. मैं कहा बन गई गल. मैं कहा मैं थोड़ी तो पंजाबी विच गल कर सकता. मेरे दादाजी दी रूह खुश हो जाएगी. He's like, बेटे ऐसे बात करोगे तो नहीं होगी. चलो बता दो फिर निहारी कहाँ अच्छी मिलेगी? कहता है दिल्ली में. मैं कहा आपको कैसे बता? मेरे दादाजी वहां से आए थे. But that's what we all are doing, right? Like, you are from one place and then you go to the other place. You're half from here, half from there. Not all of you are from Bangalore, I'm sure, right? You've come here for work. आप दूसरी जगह जाते हो घर छोड़ के. थोड़ा बहुत पैसा कमाते हो और थोड़ा पैसा गांव भेजते हो. It doesn't matter who you are. We are all Biharis. All politicians in Bihar are confused. They're like, ई ससुरा लोग हमका वोट नहीं दिया, हम इन लोग के लिए सड़क बनाया. He's like, सर वो उन सड़कों पे दिल्ली चले गए. That's why I like this. I like cities like Bangalore, like Bombay, where, you know, Bombay is super multicultural. There are people from all over the country coming there. They bring their culture, they bring their food, and then Bombay turns that food into shit. Italian, Indian, Chinese, one red gravy. One nation, one gravy. Deal with it. And you know who doesn't have a problem with this? Bombay people. They're like, hey, financial capital hai. फूड कैपिटल तो नहीं है ना. अभी ये पाव में बटाटा लग और निकलने का, मेरे को भाड़ा देने का है. But see, I've also been all over. But one thing I've realized is, जो भी मैंने घर में सीखा है ना, I don't forget that. I have values and those never change wherever I go. Like I've been taught at home कि जहाँ पे भी अगर अत्याचार हो रहा हो किसी पे, wherever there is injustice, तुम्हें अपनी आवाज उठानी है. इसलिए मुझे कहीं पे भी अगर गंदी दाल मखनी दिख जाए, मैं नहीं छोड़ता. And there are others like me. You think I'm the only one? I was in Bombay again. I was at a red light and there's a cab that stops next to me and there's a Sardarji sitting, looking very disgusted. And he just looks at me and is like, "Kiya panchod." यार ट्रैफिक बहुत है. पैचो दाल नहीं बनानी आंदी इन्होंने.